Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 43rd episode of the show Power Rangers in Space, as well as the 293rd episode overall, titled Countdown to Destruction Part 2. We begin this episode right where we left off. All the humans are being put together. The Rangers are watching nearby. There's a droning sound that gets louder, revealing the Dark Fortress as it lowers itself above a building. It teleports down Astronema and Ecliptor. Astronema tells the people to surrender. Everyone else has surrendered, and the Power Rangers failed them already. The Rangers are among them somewhere, hiding. By tomorrow morning, she wants the Rangers brought to her, or else she'll just blow the whole Earth up. It's them or society. They teleport away as people look around. At night, the civilians have been talking for a long time about this. They want to know where the Rangers are, and they're afraid that they left them. Bulk and Skull are there, and Bulk stands up, saying that the Rangers have never let them down before, so they have to believe that they're going to be there. Rangers are together trying to figure out what they can even do. Then Zane's dumbass comes stumbling in. He survived, but the Mega Winger did not. The rebels surrendered to Astronema too. They're officially on their own. Carlos suggests that they just organize the civilians to attack, but TJ says they can't risk innocent lives. This is all a good point. Andros wants to get onto the Dark Fortress to talk to Astronema to get her to make herself good. The others tell him that she's not really his sister anymore, and he needs to just get with the program already, but he refuses. Ashley tells them that they still have some time, and they have to just get to work. They start to devise a plan, but Andros is slinking away. Ashley turns around noticing this. She follows him to find him about to morph. She tells him that he can't leave, and Andros says he has to try. Ashley understands. He starts to walk away, and he says, "If I don't see you again," and she stops him, saying, "I will see you again." They should have kissed here, but they didn't. Andros turns into the red battleized Ranger. The next morning, Astronema is pissed because the Rangers have not shown up at all. She asks one last time, "Where are the motherfucking Power Rangers?" Ecliptor says they'll apparently stay hidden. She then is about to call for the destruction of Earth as the Rangers sans Andros show up. But then, Bulk screams to wait. He claims to be the Blue Ranger. Skull says that he is the Black Ranger. Phenomena says he's the Red Ranger. Adele is there and she says that she's the Pink Ranger. An old man says that he's the Silver Ranger and a lady says that she's the Yellow Ranger. Then everyone starts claiming to be the Rangers and it's a heartwarming moment. Astronema says, "Fine, destroy them all." Well, that backfired. She and Ecliptor then start firing upon the crowd and everyone is screaming, running in panic. Then, on top of a building, the 5 Rangers say, "Hold it right there. We are the Power Rangers." Dun dun dun. Bulk and Skull are shocked, saying, "Them? Let's rock it." The 5 Rangers instantly morph on top of the building, and Astronema knows what they look like, so why didn't she just have her forces look for them? I just realized that, but whatever, this is a way cooler moment. The crowd applauds and the Rangers pose up a storm. The Rangers flip down and they're fighting against the Quantrons, and this time they're doing great. Then the civilians, led by Bulk and Skull, start fighting against the Quantrons, pulling them off of the Rangers, helping them out. Andros is officially sneaking around on the Dark Fortress, watching Ecliptor order Quantrons around. Did it take him all night to get there? He then fires at the wall, and all the Quantrons and Ecliptor run that way since there's an alarm going off. He gets onto the bridge, closing the door and locking it. He starts to walk around, and Zordon calls for him. Andros is shocked to see him, and Zordon tells him to just listen to him. The forces of evil have already captured so much, but hope is not lost. He needs Andros to shatter his energy tube in order to destroy the forces of evil. His spirit will forever live after. He needs Andros to kill him to wipe out all the evil. Andros takes out his spiral saber, going to swing at Zordon's tube, but he can't bring himself to do it. He falls to his knees, conflicted, but Astronema shows up, ready to kill Andros. Ecliptor is still trying to break into the bridge as Andros pleads with Astronema to remember that they're brother and sister. She zaps him anyway, and she won't listen, so they're fighting now. They're kind of destroying things on the ship, and Andros begs her one more time to just listen to him. She slashes him a few times, blowing stuff up in the Dark Fortress, tossing him through a wall. She then brings her staff down on him, but he instinctively deflects it back at her with his spiral saber, and her face goes blank, falling to the ground. She's non-responsive as she lays on the ground. Ecliptor finally gets in and he sees what happened. He wants to know what happened, and he gets Andros out of the way, and he freaks out, kneeling by Astronema, calling her his daughter. In his rage, he starts to attack Andros, who fights back. Now they're really destroying stuff. Zordon is telling Andros, kill me, because time is running out. Andros hits Ecliptor away, and Zordon tells him to do it already. Andros does, and it releases an energy wave, immediately turning Ecliptor into dust. And then goes to distant planets, saving Phantom and Blue Centaurian. Then it's coming towards Rita and Zed, and it turns them into humans. They then, dance for some reason. Then Detox is hit and she's turned into Demetria's sister. Not really, but like pretty much. That's exactly what happened here. Then all the Quantrons are turned to dust, as well as Elgar. Elgar, no. Then the Rangers' suits disappear from the Z-Wave, as this is referred to in the fandom. Everyone celebrates that every bad guy is dead, hugging each other. People think the Power Rangers like their celebrities, freaking out. Cashley asks Ashley if she's heard from Andros, and she doesn't think that he's coming back. Then a loud droning sound starts up again, and they see the Dark Fortress is coming to Earth. They assume Astronema won, killing Andros. The ship lands and its doors open. Out of it comes Andros, who's carrying the limp body of Astronema, but the Rangers are like, "Yay, Andros!" Guys, like, read the room. They stop in front of the ramp as he puts Corone down onto the ground. He's crying and they look on a bit shocked. A single tear then leaves his face, hitting her, and she turns into her human form. Why? Why didn't she just turn human when everyone else did? Whatever, she's fine. She's very confused as to how she got here. The Rangers rush over, smiling, and the civilians look on. On KO-35, the rebels are loading up the megaship, and the Rangers tell the rebels that they'd love to stay, but they're homesick. Why? You guys have barely even left Earth. Ashley and Andros are together elsewhere, and Ashley is upset that she has to say goodbye to Andros, who is going to stay on KO-35. He wants to stay on his home. The 4 Earthling Rangers say goodbye to Zane, Corone, and Andros, and all those damn KO-35 rebels. Ashley stares at Andros as she closes the bay door. They walk onto the bridge, kinda deflated. Cassie asks if Ashley's going to be okay, and Ashley says that she's just going to miss him so much. Then, surprise, it's Andros! He's going to go with them after all. Zane and Corone then walk in, and they're joining too for some reason. Zane sits down, putting his feet up on a console. They tell Alpha to head home. They take off from KO-35, flying toward Earth. The end. Hands down, best finale in Power Rangers history. I mean, it resolved like everything, and it killed Zordon. I mean, that's insane. So Andros finally gets his sister back. All the Rangers are together. Every single evil force in the world is wiped out and the civilians are saved. The civilians even stepped up to save the Rangers themselves, which is a really cool moment. And really, it's a complete circle for Bulk and Skull. They've gone from bullies to try to be heroes. They've gone from bullies to actual heroes in their own right, who have now defended the Earth themselves. Overall, this is a fantastic finale for this season, and it was originally intended at one point to be the series finale. And had it been that way, I think it actually would have been just fine. It really did everything it needed to, except for like killing Ecliptor and Elgar. I mean, what the hell was that? They had way too much personality to just be killed off like that. I feel like Lord Zed didn't even turn into dust, so like, why did they have to? Maybe that's just me. Next time, we'll be discussing this season of Power Rangers as a whole, looking at what worked, what didn't, and what could have been done a little bit differently. But until then, may the power protect you.